And with tip-off coming up.
Kevin, thanks.
All right, thank you, David. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low. And for the Knicks, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Noel in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Butler, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Pass to Ariza. Lets it go from deep. That one misses. So New York will take it the other way. To the paint. And Noel kicks to Barrett. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Yeah, very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference. Now, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Here's Miami now. First quarter, just over a minute played. Nunn kicks to Adebayo. Butler on the way. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Adebayo. Knicks with the rebound.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
The shot's good.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Nunn kicks to Butler. Inside, and Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
Now here's Payton. Floats it up for Randall. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Felt like he was getting more and more hungry as he got closer to the rim. Jimmy Butler just tenacious there.
And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby. Make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the other.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noel. Alec Burks comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
And here's Dragic. Passes it to Butler. Back to Dragic. Over Rose. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Knicks. And it's Rose penetrating. Randall against Robinson. Barrett wide open. He fires. Oh, good with the triple. The Heat have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Ariza outside. The pass to Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So both teams changing it up here. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now Rose. Up and in on the layup. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Down low, quickly. Pass to Toppin. Outside Gibson. 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
Now here's Dragic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Otto.
Too much at that.
And how about Adebayo just getting up and getting athletic?
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Dragic. The feed now to Dedmon. Toppin pulls it in. And they're on the break. Quickly. Count that one.
10, 6.
Shot's good by Hero.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was.
I hate losing, but.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least is an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Knicks, Noel is out there with Toppin. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Alec Burks. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The Heat trail by 4. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Hero, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Hero passes to Iguodala. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Fast break, here we go. Jumps up and slam dunk by Noel.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Hero. Adebayo, high post. Dedmon with it. Noel on him. Dedmon kicks to 9. 4 on the clock. Trying to get open is Adebayo. The Knicks leading by 8. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Bullock. And he makes good on the layup. Bullock's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noel. Julius Randle comes in for Toppin. Alec Burks checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Rose in for Elfrid Payton. Randle outside. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Heat trail by 8.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Now here's Rose. He has 6. The high post shot. They grab their own miss. And Gibson kicks to Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Robinson leading the charge. It's stolen by Randle. Oh, and here we go with Gibson. Nobody back. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Good job by Taj using his muscle on that shot, even when you rough him up.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And it's the Heat with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Here's the pass to Adebayo. Knicks with the rebound. Pass to Barrett. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Rose kicks to Randle. It's stolen by Adebayo. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Butler passes to Adebayo. Right side, Butler. And he makes that one. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Just a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
Outside Rose. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 8 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. It was easy to see they were the superior team in the second quarter. And now it's just a matter of protecting. And that.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Trevor Ariza. Robinson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, Randle, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate. That time he found him.
Robinson left side. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Payton dishes to Noel. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Payton surveying the floor. Here's Randall, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Randall's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
So creative on offense. Randall getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
Butler in the corner. Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Pass to Bullock. Payton against Ariza. Payton with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Randall with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Outside Robinson. Back to Adebayo. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Barrett kicks to Noel, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Ariza. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Alec Burks checked in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Hero, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And here's Nunn. Pass to Adebayo.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And remember, in the early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Toppin, and it's Rose in for R.J. Barrett. And Miami also making a switch. Goran Dragic is checked in for Kendrick Nunn. Here's Iguodala. The pass to Dragic. 6 to shoot. And it's good. 2 points. Dragic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Terrific patience around the paint area from Dragic there. Calmly knocks one down from the interior.
Dragic against Rose. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game. Now the dish to Gibson. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And he's going up for the alley-oop, and Noel throws it down.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the wing right side. Hero, no good. The Knicks leading by 13. Quickly. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Randall's checked in. The Heat have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Here's Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And, Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends, you could argue he's the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Klay Thompson might have something to say about that, GA, but certainly Jimmy Butler and his physical presence allows him to play a multitude of positions. So sliding down to the 3 and getting physical is something that Jimmy will do. We know that he'll take on any assignment and compete with it.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dragic against Rose. Dragic, the pass to Adebayo. That one good for 2. 8 points for Bam Adebayo.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Dragic against Rose. Seconds left, and he sinks the layup. Rose has got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
And so it's the New York Knicks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Randall out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Gibson finds Randall. Back to Gibson. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. Robinson kicks to Nunn. Heat moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Adebayo. Great D that time from Gibson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Heat making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Randall dishes to Gibson. Payton outside. Randall right side. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Knicks. Over in the corner, Randall. Back to Payton. Dishes it to Barrett. Randall kicks to Bullock. In the corner, Barrett with it. And stolen by Butler. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Payton. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Miami Heat. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Noel.
Nice roll by Adebayo, just having himself ready to receive that pass.
Payton against Nunn.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
That's good from Payton.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
The Heat trail by 16. Now Nunn. To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Payton against none. Ball's knocked loose. Left side Ariza. Barrett against Butler. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Ariza.
Smart play by Jimmy Butler. Spots the open man. Tack up an assist.
Over in the corner, Randall. Ariza with it. Picked up by Barrett. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Ariza with a nice job of running wide out there to complete the break.
Payton against none. Payton, that's good. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Barrett against Butler. Butler on the way. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Adebayo. And it's Noel with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Knicks.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Nerlens Noel.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds. Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
Payton against none. Pass to Bullock. Fires it up. New York, no good that time either.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Ariza passes to Adebayo. Banked in off the glass.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Randall no good. Here's Butler. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance.
level scorer. I'm looking to make threes. I'm looking to finish at the rim and also pick up some steals.
Moments away is the... And a good Thursday evening to you, too, D.A.
Hey, Kevin.
You're fun to watch, D.A. Thanks. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the 5. Home in the paint. Bogdanovich, no luck. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay a little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
Now, here's Collins. Pass to Capella. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Nunn against Young. Now, here's Nunn. He's guarded close. Shot clock at 6. Oh!
Yes! Yes! An explosive athlete who finishes with power. Bam! Getting people out of their seats.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And the layup's good off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Nunn against Young. Nunn looking around. The pass to Adebayo. Kicks it out to Ariza. And Adebayo throws it down.
Doesn't get any higher percentage than this. Adebayo is ferocious when he gets it in close.
Young against Nunn. Here's Capella, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Hunter, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And then for Miami, Hero comes in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Capella with the bucket. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. And so here is Miami after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Adebayo down low.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
Gallinari outside. 1:02 left here in the opening quarter. Adebayo against Capella. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. It's Butler. Pass to Hero. And here's Adebayo. Capella covering. Here's Butler. Adebayo on the follow. Adebayo's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Inside. Here's Herter. It's hauled in by the Heat.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Tony Snell comes in for Collins. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. Butler attacking. Here's Dedmon, and they take the lead.
Staying aggressive on the offensive boards. Dedmon's a tough guy to box out there.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Miami ahead. They lead by a bucket. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
On the court for the Heat, we've got Kendrick Nunn. Iguodala out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Dragic, and it's Robinson in at the 3. Now here's Williams. Rejected by Dragic. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself.
That's a great finish by Andre Iguodala. And on the defense, you must get back in transition and defend.
Williams against Dragic. Williams passes to Okongwu. And he banks in the layup.
And give Sweet Luke credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Dragic dishes to Dedmon. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Ripped away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. Williams has got his first points of the night.
In attack mode pretty much every game we see him. This time, Williams getting it done in transition.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA. Stays in his lane and knocks down perimeter shots.
Iguodala with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Nunn. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Lock up D from Iggy, keeping his hands active there.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. Okongwu takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Now here's Dragic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Got a piece of it. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Williams is running. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Dragic. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And we see this a lot with Goran, using his size and craftiness to finish inside.
And here is Williams. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. He logs up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Dedmon. None, that's good. And the Heat lead by 2.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Goran leading by example.
Outside Bogdanovich. 1:35 left to play here in the half. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Heat have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Dragic. Iguodala outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu with it. Hunter, no one around him, but they recover it. Snell, no good. And Miami shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Here's Robinson. Iguodala outside. Back to Robinson. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Heat. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Ariza comes in for Andre Iguodala. Butler, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Tyler Hero in for Goran Dragic. Passes it to Herter. This one for 3. No good that time. The Heat go the other way with it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to the wing. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Collins. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Out left to the wing. Here's Herter. Can they get it? And he's good on the 3-ball. Herter's got 5.
That's Kevin Herter's bread and butter, where he shot 42% from beyond the arc his sophomore year in college.
Young with no one around. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle. You look at the core of this young Hawks team. They have Trae Young, and that'll.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you look at Adebayo, what a contribution.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there at Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Ariza no up. The Hawks leading.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks. My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Right side, Butler. To the middle, here's Adebayo. Collins with some nice D. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Now, here's Hunter. Following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Over Butler. And that one comes up a bit short.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Hunter. Heat also with a sub. Heroes checked in for Kendrick Nunn. Bounce pass Young. Adebayo against Capella. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Ariza. Lays it up off the glass. And the Heat lead by 3.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Pass to Bogdanovich. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Chalk up 2 there.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Here's Hero, defended by Young. Here's Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Hero. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Miami with a change here, too. Dragic is checked in. And Young kicks to Gallinari. 6 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Here's Young, following the score by Miami. Gallinari surveying the D. He feeds it to Capella. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Here's Young. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Young.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Here's Dragic. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Williams. Back to Gallinari. To the left wing. Here's Herter. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Herter's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gallinari with the steal. Outside Williams. Right wing. Here's Snell. Got it up.
Great body control and the long reach. Bam Adebayo was all over that shot.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Adebayo is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the shooting guard.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Iguodala, the pass to Robinson. Iguodala against Gallinari. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist by Iguodala.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
The Hawks trailing. Over to the left wing. Hunter, the pass to Capella. There's the dish to Hunter. Capella inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. Capella with the bucket.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Now Dragic. Now the pass to Adebayo. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And the Heat lead by 2.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Herter passes to Gallinari. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. That one goes. Count it. Dragic has got the lead up to 4 now for Miami.
That's quick transition from defense to offense. Going, accelerating extremely well.
And it's Gallinari missing.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Bogdanovich against Nunn. Back to Adebayo. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Capella. Iguodala. No good. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Dragic. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time. Costly.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Ariza comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Goran Dragic. Here's Young. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Easy to see why they get it to Young here. Not afraid to take the big shots.
Butler finds Adebayo. Gallinari with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentional.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Collins checked in for Atlanta. Young against Nunn. Down low. Bogdanovich inside, so they take the lead.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Now here's Butler. We've got 1:28 left in the game. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You need a big basket, you turn to Jimmy Butler. He's the first option in their offense.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Pass to Bogdanovich. Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Young against Nunn. Feeds it to Ariza. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now, here's Hunter. Back to Bogdanovich. Got it!
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
Robinson against Bogdanovich. Right side, Butler. Passes to Adebayo. Money!
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Off target from outside. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. Ariza outside. Back to Adebayo. He kicks it to Robinson. Butler feeling out a bit. They could win it, and we're going to overtime. A riveting defensive play to keep them alive. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Bogdanovich. He'd also with the sub. Goran Dragic is checked in for Kendrick Nunn. Now, here is Young. Good work there as it goes.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trey. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
Here's Hero. Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Adebayo, no good on that one.
This game is defined by heart and hustle. Bam Adebayo would be walking by any coach on any team in any league.
Now, here is Young. Back to Huerter. In the corner, it's Hunter. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from 18. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And slam dunk by Butler.
When you throw it ahead to Butler, he's a fantastic dunker. Really gets it up and throws it down.
Young against Dragic. Young inside. In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Dragic's the pass to Hero. Here's Butler. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Huerter. They get it back. That shot, no good. Well, he'd have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. Outside Butler to take the lead. It's in!
Defense, what defense? Jimmy Butler was determined to knock that one down.
Dragic against Young. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Outside Butler. Pass to Adebayo. It drops.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
The putback, good.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young, consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
From deep three-point range. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For focus, the sheer will. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on DA. It's all.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Julius Randle is out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at center. Young outside. Clock at 6. Here's Bogdanovic. Here's Collins. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's the floater. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got the opening basket of the game for the Knicks. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
And so it's Atlanta with it. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. Tries again, and he lays it up and in.
Bogdanovic got himself in a great spot, just reading where that carom was coming off of the rim and collected it.
And here is Payton. Pass to Noel. Back to Payton. He kicks to Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Barrett's got his second basket of the game.
Well, RJ is a natural scorer. It's very hard to shake him off that kind of focus.
Passes it to Bogdanovic. Pass to Hunter. 13 feet away. Here's Capella, and it's in there.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Payton looking it over, and there's the pass to Noel. Out to Payton. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's just smart right there from Alfred. Terrific at taking the screen and then use up whatever available space you have.
Young passes to Capella. Randle grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
Now, this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in R.J. Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Young taking his time here. Lob pass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Rose against Young. Rose kicks to Gibson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Young pass to Herter. And it's off from three-point range. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. To the inside. Outside for Randall. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Tony Snell comes in for John Collins. And it's Williams in for Young. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Stolen away. Snell, no good. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. New York leading by 8. Outside Rose. And he converts the layup. Rose has got 6.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Williams against Rose. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Gallinari with the steal. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have got...
I've been moving through the city like a phantom in the
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Taj Gibson. Toppin is out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Derrick Rose.
Now you can make a case that Lou Williams is at his best in that kind of situation. Dynamite in transition.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Gallinari with the steal. Snell. Yep, it counts.
Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Williams against Rose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter. Then for the Knicks, Noel's checked in for Gibson, and it's Reggie Bullock in for Alec Burks. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Well, Bogdanovich would prefer to shoot it, but teammates so wide open, had to give it up.
And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Rose surveying the D. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
Williams with the ball, working on Rose. And it's Gallinari missing. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bullock kicks to Rose. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close for being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. John Collins comes in for Tony Snell. And Trey Young subbed in for Williams. Yes, that goes in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Inside. Pass to Randall. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 12-4 run. They now take the lead. Hunter's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. And for New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The 5th pick in 2018, Trey Young traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
Young with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Randall. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
Here's Hunter. And he gets it to go. Hunter's got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Payton passes to Noel. Hunter with it, picked up by Barrett. Ahead, here's Collins. Knicks with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Randall with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Randall's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Randall sneaks up on you athletically with that frame. You could argue he's at his best when he's in attack mode.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Bogdanovich, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Payton outside. Kicks to Noel. 2 on the clock. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Young way outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 2-point lead. And that should do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Kind of like what Rose has done in this one so far.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trey Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half.
Look for signs of Randall trying to continue to improve as a passer, as he was unselfish on that play.
The kick out to Young. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Out to the wing. Now here's Hunter, guarded closer.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
90 seconds now into the second half. Payton against Young. In the corner, Barrett with it. Payton outside. Back to Randall. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Hawks.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bogdanovich wide open. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Knicks with the lead. Barrett, no good. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft. RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Young against Payton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. You know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes it to Collins. Young against Payton. 11 feet away, and Young with the basket on the assist by Collins. Collins has got 4 assists now tonight. Payton outside, and it's Bullock in the corner. Knocked away. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Finished off the break. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Randall surveying the D. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, got the momentum. Randall's a terror when he gets those steps underneath him right to the rack.
Right side, Collins. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York to the paint. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Young kicks to Collins. Takes a 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Knicks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. It's Randall with the drive. Comes up empty down low. The Hawks trailing. Young inside. Covered by Payton.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
The Knicks shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%. Here's Bullock. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Now Rose. He's got 10. And that one, good. Rose has got 12.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. It's the Knicks. They lead by a bucket. They'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Our Fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Toppin. He's out there with Taj Gibson. Rose is out there with Alec Burks. Williams against Rose. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Herter. He kicks it to Capella. Back to Herter. Lob pass to Capella. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Hawks lead by 2. Outside Rose. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
Here's Williams. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Took him no time at all on that one.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herter's able to get his feet set that time.
And it's Rose penetrating. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Herter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Herter's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
Herter at 6'7", able to get in there and get after the offensive rebound.
Here's Rose. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Pass to Herter. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Quickly finishes the break with a slam. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Here's Herter. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. John Collins, he's checked in for Atlanta. Trae Young comes in for Lou Williams. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. Rose with the ball. Two points. That one goes. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
And Rose wants that leadership position. When the team needs a big bucket, he is ready and willing.
16 feet away, and Herter gets it to go.
Herter very comfortable taking that big shot.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Knicks. It's a 1-point game. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter, and that one is good. Rose has got 12 points in just the second half.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And Herter gets it to go.
Known for being a scorer, Herter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And there's the basket. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Noel Got it.
Noel coming through. Wow.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. Randall kicks to Noel. Some nice passing by New York here. Rose with the ball and guarded by Capella.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Rose against Young. Shot clock at 5. Here's Noel. And the rejection by Collins.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional... earlier on, check out the focus they've got coming off that bus. Tonight. And a look at the status here. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin, we all are well aware of the Miami Heat.
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Reggie Bullock is out there with Peyton, and it's Noel in at the 5 spot. And for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the guard position. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Rose, he's checked in for New York. Now, here's Nunn. Ariza passes to Adebayo. Doesn't go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Out to the right wing. Here's Rose. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now here's Noel following the miss by Bam Adebayo.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Lays it up and banks it in.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
Now here's Rose. And he lays it straight in.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Nunn. It's stolen by Barrett. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Count the basket. And it's 6 points for Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is a problem on the break. Strong, fast, and able to finish over the top.
Nunn looking around. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And New York with a change here too. Burks is checked in. Butler against Barrett. It's Butler that time on the assist from Robinson.
Wow, the strength of Jimmy Butler fends off defenders well when he goes up to score.
Outside Rose. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. They trail by 6. Pass to Robinson. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Robinson. And it's Dragic off the drive. Adebayo. And he banks in the layup.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
Rose against Dragic. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Butler with the ball. Outside Ariza. Outside Dragic for 3. Barrett against Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
I love his mindset on that drive, Jimmy Butler. No one wants to get in his way when he's on the attack.
Outside Rose. It's stolen by Dragic. Robinson passes to Butler. No good. That would have tied it.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And it's Noel missing.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And some changes here for the Heat. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Tyler Hero in for Robinson. Kicks it to Gibson. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Iguodala, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The charity stripe is far from the strongest part of Iggy's game, but he will hit him in crunch time.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And New York making a change here. Payton's checked in. Now here's Payton. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Gibson. It's picked off. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. Butler deciding where to go with it. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love,
at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Heat out front, up by 2. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Toppin is out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for the Heat. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Dishes it to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Hero. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Taj Gibson picks one up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Nunn against Payton. There's the pass to Iguodala. Now here's Butler. 6 points for him. 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shot's good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
In terms of set plays, this is where Dedmon shines, rolling hard off the screen.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons. Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Ariza comes in for Jimmy Butler. Rose, he's checked in for the Knicks. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Double team on Rose. Toppin, no one around him. Kept alive. It's good on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 2.
That's the kind of energy Gibson gives you, destroying opponents on the glass. Tough to box this guy out.
Here's Nunn. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But, man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys, and he has taken off.
And, Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation. And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free and to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game. People were really generally happy for Derrick Rose.
Dragic against Rose. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Doesn't get any higher percentage than this. Adebayo is ferocious when he gets it in close.
It's Noel atop the key. Inside. Stolen by Rose. Outside for Randall. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Miami, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Dragic against Rose. Kicks it out to Ariza. 56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
A powerful athlete who's still developing his skills. Adebayo has become a threat at the offensive end.
And Adebayo drops them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Rose double teamed. It's stolen by Dragic. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. Here's Ariza. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose passes to...
Showing not just the dominance, but the creativity. Randall with the highlight reel play.
Rose against Dragic. Passes it to Nunn. No good from outside. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
On its way from Rose for 2. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's all tied in Miami. And now let's catch up. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And that should do.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
We've got Kendrick Nunn, Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And Randall throws it down.
That's 250 pounds coming down on the rim. Randall attacking with ferocity.
None against Payton. Here's Nunn. Outside Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by New York. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Randall, and then Randall slams it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Butler kicks to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And Butler, here we go, unable to get that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And as impressive as the numbers were for Jimmy Butler in the bubble, they don't begin to tell the whole story. He was hitting clutch shots for the Heat during that run in the postseason. Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
None against Payton. Pass to Randall. Out to Payton. Count it. You know, Greg, going back to Jimmy Butler, it felt like each series he had a few big shots.
I mean, everything you want from your leader. The big shots, motivating others, setting an example with his play. Butler played as well as any leader in the postseason. Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Payton passes to Bullock. Back to Payton. An easy 2 points on the layup. Payton's got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
None against Payton. Butler on the way. The pass to Adebayo. And the rejection by Noel. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Heat with some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. Iguodala comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hero subbed in for Kendrick Nunn. Kicks it to Bullock. New York needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Right side Rose. And stolen by Dedmon. Outside Butler. Pass to Hero. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Down low. Here's Hero. Back to Iguodala. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Off the pick, Hero loves to rise and fire, but that time he becomes the playmaker.
There's the steal. Butler on the way. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Dragic with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Here's Dedmon. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. And here's Rose. He's got 10. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Bucket is good. Rose has got 12.
It's hard to try to stop D. Rose. When he's committed to scoring, get out of his way.
Ball stolen. Fast break. Here they come. Count that one. And now a 4-point Knicks lead.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Knicks lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, Alec Burks is out there with Randall. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Rose. Dedmon in the high post. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Back to Dedmon. Iguodala outside. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bam Adebayo comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Tyler Hero. Rose. And no good. Good D by Ariza. The Heat trail by 3. Butler dishes to Ariza. Heat moving the ball around. On the wing, Iguodala. Burks covering. Iguodala no good. And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And New York making a change here. Payton surveying the floor. Up top, Randall. Adebayo against Payton. Passes to Barrett. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Robinson goes in. Shoots from 12. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Here's Randall. The layup off target. And it's Ariza with the ball for Miami. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Outside Butler. And so Miami again turning it over. The Knicks leading by 3. Now Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Basket counts.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Payton's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Nunn. Makes it off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Peyton kicks to Randall. And the call on the shot that sends it. The coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Randall against Ariza. Now here's Randall. He's guarded closely, and Randall throws it down.
Dating back to his days at Kentucky, Randall can be counted on for big buckets.
None up top, covered by Peyton. And yes, it's good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Peyton with the ball. Nunn grabs the board. Caballo down low. Garrett covering. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just one.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
24 seconds left in the fourth. Peyton outside. Good!
And they do have a foul to give.
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Nunn. Pass to Robinson. It counts! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Gigantic bucket from Butler. Close the door on that shot.
So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. addition. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Robinson in at the 2. Now, here is Young. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And so it's the Hawks hitting on the board first. Butler passes to Ariza. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Outside, Bogdanovich. Lets the 3 fly. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Nunn with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Robinson kicks to Butler. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Young pass to Bogdanovich from 20 feet out. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And Bam Adebayo has a chance to be a very good interior defender. The way he moves his feet, because he's so physical, he's a presence down there.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And that one, good.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Here's Nunn. Shot clock at 6. Top of the key, Butler. And he uses the glass on the layup. And Brent Story has it in his draft workouts. The Heat ran Adebayo to exhaustion, then put him to the test carding wing players.
Yeah, they looked at him and said, in effect, you must not know who I am and the kind of work that I've done. He's got that kind of edge, and that's the thing that this Heat culture is always looking for.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Nunn against Young. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Collins. Charity stripe shot. Tips it, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here's Robinson. Butler on the way. Pass to Adebayo. Count it.
Good, smart, patient play by Jimmy Butler that time. You leave someone that wide open, and he's going to find him.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. To the inside. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Young. Capella's got 6.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Butler on the wing. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, Jimmy Butler committed on getting to the inside. The closer he gets, the more damage he can do.
Stolen by Robinson. Here's Nunn, and the layup's good off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Hawks trailing. And here's Young. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Basket, good.
Everyone expects him from long range. Nice to see him in the mid-range get something done.
Young against none. Here's Adebayo. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Heat. Tyler Hero. He's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Atlanta also making some changes here. Gallinari comes in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And the shot goes in. Butler's got his third basket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Huerter, no good. Outside Butler. And the shot is good. He's got 8.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Williams. And it's Huerter in at the 2-guard spot. The Heat leading by 4. Iguodala the pass to Dedmon. Here's Hero. Back to Dedmon. 6 on the shot clock. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Dedmon's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
And drafted 13th out of Kentucky. Tyler Hero impressing right out of the gates that rookie season.
And I think this is very much the type of player that comes in with confidence, a skill level, and an IQ, and ultimately a guy who wants to compete.
And Miami has possession following the miss by Lou Williams. Back to Dragic. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And a missed layup. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Williams against Dragic.
And he looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Hero, that's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
In the flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
Williams against Dragic. Offside Williams. The putback, and Williams is right there.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Hero. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Here's Williams. Offensive rebound. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Capella.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Now here's Dragic. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now the pass to Dedmon. Dragic kicks to Deadman. Shoots over Capella, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Heat. Kendrick Nunn comes in for Tyler Hero. Then for the Hawks, Hunter's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Kevin Huerter. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Bogdanovic. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Now here's Capella. He's got 8. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. A second chance effort. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Dragic with the drive. It's good. And the Heat lead by 1.
And Dragic, sometimes you can see it in his eyes. Once the gap is there, he's going to find a terrific finish.
Pass to Hunter. Capella with it. Dedmon's there. Gallinari surveying the D.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Back to Nunn. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dedmon and Capella sends it back.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Capella controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And stolen by Hunter. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Clint Capella, putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Clint Capella has been sensational.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hard to tell coming out of college what it was that Bam Adebayo was going to hang his hat on offensively. But for sure, you knew relentless effort was going to be part of his game.
And so he makes both from the line.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Back to Young. Over Nunn. Here's Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands. as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside Butler. Collins with the block.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
Young against Nunn. Young's shot is off.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Here's Butler. Good, nice job down low. Butler's got 10.
How about the experience paying off here as Ariza excellent at noticing that his man was wide open.
Nunn against Young. Pass to Collins. Lets it go with the 3. That shot is off.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
The Hawks trail by 3.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor. And pay him with the emphatic block.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
John Collins does a nice job reading the defense there, staying focused right through the contact, and gets the finish.
Now Dragic. Pass to Butler. Now here's Adebayo. The shake. And it's Butler laying it in. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
1:46 left to play in the third. Young inside. He's guarded by Dragic.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And the Heat making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Williams is checked in. Free throw good. Adebayo. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing here by 8. And he comes up with the deuce.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Iguodala with it. No points in the game yet for him. Down low. The kick outside to Butler. Stolen by Collins. Here's the break. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
Outside Dragic. 46 seconds left in the third. Just 4 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Miami no good on that time either. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Herter. The putback. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. The kick outside to Butler. And the pass to Adebayo. Here's Herder. Pass to Gallinari. Over in the corner, Williams. From deep. He can't get that one. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Heat out front, leading by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, Leonard at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Herder in at the point guard position. And Capella sends it back. 3 on 3. Here's Hunter. And the layup is good.
Well, Hunter getting out in transition, finds some space, and then finishes around the rim.
Outside Butler. To the inside. Adebayo passes to Butler. Kicks to Devin. Over Collins. And Butler with the second chance points. And the Heat lead by 4.
Now Butler with the ball up in the air just sniffs that one out. He goes in and rips it down.
Lob pass to Capella.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Dedmon finds none. Outside Butler. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Herder. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Shot from the top of the key. That shot misses. And Miami the other way now. Tipped away. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Miami. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Trae Young, he's checked in for Kevin Herder. Passes it to Adebayo. In low. And off the glass. That one's good.
Well, Bam Adebayo's so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Out to the right wing. It's Young on the wing. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Goran Dragic is checked in for Kendrick Nunn. Young against Dragic. Free throw line jump shot. Goran Dragic grabs the board. The Heat leading by 6. Butler kicks to Dragic. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. While they're passing to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Now you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. No good on that one. Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting it even 50% from the field. Now here's Ariza. 6 to shoot. Outside Robinson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bogdanovich. That's for 2. No good off the front iron.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Outside Robinson. Butler kicks to Robinson. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
And Miami can just let the clock run down here. And here's Ariza. Pass to Adebayo. The 9-footer's on the mark.
Bam trying to expand his game a little bit as he's able to knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Young drives in, and the layup falls.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And so it's Miami winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have Payday.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Knicks, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Elfrid Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint. Bangs home the trifecta. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett against Bogdanovich. Goes back up. No good. Shot missing. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Young. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Capella sends it back. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Bogdanovich. And that's now 7 points for Trae Young. Payton outside. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Lays it up off the glass.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. From deep. Randall grabs the board. The Knicks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early, but Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA, and that to me is where he can make his mark.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 7. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Yes, that goes in.
Well, just big-time athleticism. When Elfrid Payton is driving with a purpose, he is determined to score.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Back to Young. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Payton up top. Defended by Young. They get it again. Noel. No good with the layup. Atlanta leading by 7. And he makes that one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Payton looking it over. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Wow, you like that Elfrid Payton has the kind of concentration to finish through the contact.
Bogdanovich finds Young. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Payton attacking. Good on the shot. Payton's got 8.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Young with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. 1:04 left here in the opening quarter. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alec Burks comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Rose in for Payton. Alinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Burks' shot is good.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Pass to Capella. That one, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Young, following the basket by Julius Randle. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Capella. And foul on the folks. The coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Taj Gibson. Alec Burks is out there with Toppin. And it's Rose. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Rose against Gallinari. Pass to Okongwu. Knicks with the rebound.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Rose surveying the D. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Williams passes to Okongwu. Over Gibson. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Toppin. But they'll get another chance. Great positioning on the putback.
You've got to stay attached to Alec Burks. What a job in transition as he takes off toward the rim.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Hurt. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And the wide open shot from Rose. They get the rebound. Toppin. Excellent D there from Williams. The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Okongwu. And nothing is falling for him right now. Passes it to Rose. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Herter. Hawks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Williams finds Snell. Good on the bucket.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
There's Rose with the 3. Here's Gibson. A steal. Okongwu with it. And it's Toppin picking him up. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Lou Williams.
Well, you have to ask yourself, what exactly are you going to concede? Lou Williams in the pull-up game? My goodness.
Here's Gibson. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. Nerlens Noel checks in for New York. Then for the Hawks, Hunter's checked in for Okongwu. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Kevin Huerter.
This guy is just a professional scorer. Lou Williams gets to the mid-range. Easy money, folks.
Indoors, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Now, Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line. Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition. Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. John Collins comes in for Tony Snell. Young is subbed in for Williams.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the New York Knicks. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case...
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 11 points and the greatest bench. And that'll do it for...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovic out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. Here's Bogdanovic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one if that's a favorite.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
The pass to Young. Pass to Capella. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one. Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Young passes to Capella. Can't cash in from close range. The Knicks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Bullock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bullock's got his first bucket of the night.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Pass to Hunter. Puts it up from 12. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Over in the corner, Randall. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Huerter passes to Gallinari.
Well, Gallinari has both the size and the finesse to finish on the interior or to get to the foul line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
For New York, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Gallinari against Randall. Gallinari dishes to Snell. And he makes good on the layup. Snell's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
It's stolen by Capella. Here we go, one-on-one. Snell, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Back to Gallinari. Another shot. And another shot. And it's good on the layup. Gallinari's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's got the size and strength. Gallinari doing work on the glass.
Payton against Williams. Payton passes to Noel. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Lou Williams. New York shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First one falls for.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins checked in for Tony Snell. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams. And Huerter gets it to go.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
The feed to Gibson. Over Collins. It's good. And the Hawks lead has got down to just 2 points with the bucket from Gibson.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Young with no one around. And the 3 off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Huerter.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Young. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Rose, that's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bogdanovich wide open. No good on the triple. To the paint. Young with the steal. Fast break for Hawks. Here's Hunter. Finished off the break. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Hunter.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Toppin. He's out there with Alec Burks. Taj Gibson is out there with Rose. That's the 5 for New York right now. To take the lead, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Now Young. Kicks it out to Collins. 5 on the clock. Back to Young. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Rose against Young. Out left to the wing. Here's Hunter. And the shot falls short this time. The Knicks leading by 4. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's Rose. The second chance effort, and again it's New York.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Hawks have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Young against Rose. Young outside. It counts, and the foul. That one on Rose.
Yeah, just exceptional focus on these hard finishes. Young welcomes getting physical on the way up.
Here's Rose. 2nd minute off the clock now in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there. So tough.
Inside, it's deflected. Lob pass to Capella. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Rose in the post. He's against Young. That's good from Randall on the assist by Rose. And the Knicks lead by 5. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Young for 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Down low. Young against Rose. Shot from free throw range. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Taj Gibson.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Rose. Up and in on the layup. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
We know this about Derrick Rose. He never ducks these moments. He's fearless, this guy.
Passes to Hunter. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the inside. Young with the steal. And they're moving it up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Collins, and that one drops.
That is unbelievable. One of the best big shot makers this game has ever seen.
Now, here's Capella. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one, no good. Outside Rose. The pass to Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
The dish to Rose. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Cans the 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For cricket,